Good afternoon and welcome to a special pre-holidays event here at Sechelt Hospital. On behalf of the Sechelt Hospital Foundation, we thank the Sechelt Nation for their gift of 11 acres of land back in 1963 so that a more modern Sechelt Hospital facility could be built to serve all residents of the Sunshine Coast. We acknowledge that we live and work on the unceded homelands of the Sechelt Nation and all First Nations people that call this land home. And hello, my name is Joanna Piros, and I am very proud to be a member of the board of directors of the Sechelt Hospital Foundation, and happy once again to be able to host this very fun holiday lighting event, which will light up your skies from here on in as you drive past the hospital. And now I'd like to first introduce our executive director, Jane Macdonald, who of course is always busily pulling all these things together at the last minute. And Jane, this has been, when we did this last year, it had been just a crazy year, and this year not quite as crazy, but still challenging, right? What have we accomplished?
Absolutely. It's I think everyone knows what kind of year it's been. So we've continued some of our happier and healthier traditions, which will encourage people to look up in the sky and think of all the things we should be grateful for, and as well to say thanks to the amazing healthcare team that's kept this place running for the past 20 plus months plus 26 years. Anyway, we're really excited to be grateful and to acknowledge so many of the great things that have happened despite it being a really long, weird, strange year. And that includes our amazing donors who, thanks to all of you who might be listening today, and the community members who have contributed to our various COVID emergency support fund and our annual giving fund, we've been able to support the ongoing needs of the respiratory testing center and the COVID vaccination clinics. The immunization team is working around the clock. We've actually had over 125 people work at those clinics, including some retirees that back to help out. And they're actually helping not only boost some of our community members, but they've also started the kids as of today. So that's pretty awesome. We've taken a bunch of the this year's donations and purchased a mobile health service van that's allowed us to go and deliver immunization and care to people's homes who are otherwise homebound or those who can't make it here to the hospital. We installed a Zen Den, a yurt on the second floor of the hospital to allow our staff to have a place where they can actually have some breathing space and to recharge their batteries as they're working around the clock. Our surgical services team has benefited from not only a new space and sink area for our medical device repositioning area, but they've also gotten a new endoscopy suite. And thanks to a really generous donation from the Wubbs and Westland Insurance family, we've been able to source a brand new cystoscopy equipment for various surgeries below the belt. We've worked with our medical imaging team, and I think some of you may have seen that we launched and celebrated the arrival of a new ultrasound for our medical imaging department. And with you, Joanna, and several of our community members, we've actually hosted 4 different med talks to help cultivate that collective resilience and also to support our community going through all the various times and challenges we've faced this year. So we sincerely appreciate everyone's help here. I have an amazing staff, some amazing volunteers, a wonderful board, and we're just so excited to make some merriment and keep some spirits bright. So back to you.
Thank you, Jane. It is the season to be grateful for sure. And for those of you who don't know, we actually do have a new Vancouver Coastal Health Director for the Sunshine Coast, taking over from Jerry Latham, who you would have heard from last year at this event. This year is Marie Duperreault, and we have a message from Marie to include right now.
Greetings, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this virtual celebration today. As the new Sunshine Coast Director for Vancouver Coastal Health and a new community member of the Sunshine Coast, I am so pleased to be joining you from the traditional unceded territory of the Sechelt and Squamish Nations. This past year has been of continued all things COVID, and as community members and healthcare providers, it has required us to continue to be nimble and diligent in following the directives from our Provincial Health Officer, Dr. Bonnie Henry. Our vaccine campaign on the Sunshine Coast has brought us to date to our current full vaccination rate of 85%, and we are busy now planning for our 5 to 11-year-old population. With the support of our Sechelt Hospital Foundation this year and their purchase of a van, our vaccination team has been able to provide outreach services for many who are not able to come to our clinics, including our community members who are homebound. Both our Sechelt Hospital Foundation and the Sunshine Coast Healthcare Auxiliary have been an endless source of support through their generous purchases of much needed equipment and also moral support for our healthcare workers. It is with gratitude that I extend warm wishes on behalf of Vancouver Coastal Health leadership and all of our staff for a happy and safe holiday season.
Thank you very much, Marie, and welcome to your first Christmas here on the Sunshine Coast with all of us. I'd now like to introduce the chair of the Sechelt Hospital Foundation Board, Frank Belfry, and Frank has a couple of messages for us as well. Frank.
Thank you, Joanna, and season's greetings to everyone. It's my pleasure to represent the Sechelt Hospital Foundation Board for this 2021 Holiday Hearts Lighting Ceremony. It's a time of year to give thanks, and as we said before, it's been a challenging year for us. Who thought a year ago that we would be still in this pandemic mode? But let's give thanks to everybody who's helped us get through this. First of all, in terms of thanks, I'd like to thank all the community, all the people in the community who've made sacrifices and to help us get through this year as normal as possible. Secondly, to the doctors and the nurses and the medical teams and all their support staff who've worked tirelessly over the year. They've had to work under all the COVID protocols with the stress and anxiety that goes with that, and they worked hard to keep us safe, and we thank them very much for all their efforts. In addition, as Jane mentioned, to the Coast Immunization Team, who to date have administered in the order of 50,000 doses of vaccine, and yesterday started with the 5 to 12-year-old group. This team runs clinics up and down the coast and home visits as well. And thirdly, to the donors of our foundation, and through their volunteer efforts, gifts in kind, and the generous and thoughtful donations they made help the foundation fulfill its mandate. With this, we're able to support the excellent health care on the coast, as Jane told us earlier on. And just on behalf of the foundation and the staff, Jane and Tracy and Emily and John and all of us on the volunteer board of directors, we wish you a safe and happy holiday season and a healthy new year. And just remember, as you drive by the hospital, have a look at the heart and give thanks to the health staff on the coast who are there for us to ensure that the best medicine is local. Thank you very much. And back to you, Joanna, for the heart lighting ceremony.
Take a look at some of the visuals of the assembly. Now, this event, the mounting of this heart, the decorating of the one heart versus the other heart, it relies on a lot of people behind the scenes and not an insignificant number of goats either. The goats are always featured. So as you can see here, I believe we're at Emily Cammerly's place. There's a goat. This is the wooden heart that is wrapped in cedar boughs, and then it's one of the two hearts that are mounted on the side of the hospital. Obviously, the cedar boughs have to be redone every year because they don't make it through the entire summer. So this is the assembly. There we see Bob Gray, we see Frank, we see Jane, there's Emily in the background, lots of people helping to do that. It looked like it was a beautiful day. Now this is the other heart. This one is more permanent. Bryce Redland and the physical plant maintenance team at the hospital, they actually created this, welded it together. They put all the lights together. They put it together this year in preparation for mounting it again, and realized a lot of the bulbs were burnt out. So quick run down the road to Canadian Tire, pick up more bulbs. Here's the cedar bough heart being ready to be mounted, lifted up into place. And these will be the things that you will see from a distance as you are driving towards the hospital, towards Sechelt, or from Sechelt to Gibsons. It really does look spectacular, and today's the 1st of December, so it's a lovely kickoff, I think, to the holiday season. There's Bryce on the lift, I believe. Yes, Jane, is that Bryce? There's Emily. We can tell her big smile in her eyes, even though she's wearing a mask. Jane applauding all of that hard work. Bryce, I don't know who's on the roof with Bryce, but you know who you are. Okay, wonderful. So the other thing that we started last year, we thought this would be kind of a cool thing to do, is to get some celebrities involved. And by celebrities, we do mean babies. Did you know, so far this year, and it's only the 1st of December, 161 babies have been born at Sechelt Hospital. Good on all of you young families. Keep up the good work. Keep those babies happening. 161 with just a month to go. So, you know, it's never too late. So we wanted to involve the first baby of this previous year, or this current year. The first baby born at Sechelt Hospital, oddly enough, was born to the family of one of our own physicians at the hospital. So we went all the way to Ireland to bring you this message from that family.
Hello, we're the Dillon family. Mine is Daddy Dillon, who's working in Sechelt Hospital right now. And this is Rory. Rory was the first baby born on the coast on January 4th at 10 a.m. And he's a little monster baby. He's starting to move around loads now. And he eats everything in sight, especially his Irish Kerrygold butter and cheese and the silver birdie apparently. Yeah, we want to thank everyone at Sechelt Hospital for the safe delivery of Rory, and we're all really happy with the care, and we're so lucky to live in a community that has such wonderful staff and wonderful services at the hospital. And Rory has been invited to light up the wreath this year for the holiday season. So Rory's going to push the button. Are you ready, Rory? Put your birdie down for a second. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Push! Good boy! Happy Christmas!